Hello everybody, and it's Josh Brooks' Sports Talk. Today I'm going to talk about, who I would pick for the Indians manager, and I'll answer Tony's question and Nick's question. Now, for Tony's questions. Where should LeBron sign and why? Well, I think he should sign with the Chicago Bulls for a 3-year contract, maybe $4 million a year. Not a huge contract. They might make him as Michael Jordan type, but he'll never compare to Michael Jordan is what I'm trying to say. He might think that. He'll have time to hog the ball like he did in Cleveland. I mean, he'll probably be the only good player on that team. And as of, this year, Chicago doesn't have very good players, from what I understand. I mean, I don't watch NBA that much, so I wouldn't know. I mean, you guys probably know different than I do, but okay, now, who would I have on the Indians roster from 1 to 9? Well, first batter would be Chu. The second would be Brantley. Third would be Peralta. Fourth would be Hafner. Fifth would be Kearns. Sixth would be Duncan. Seventh would be Laporta. Eighth would be Jimenez. And ninth would be Lou Marson. And who I would pick to be a starter for the Cleveland Browns? Well, I'd pick Jake Delhomme, because, see, that's how Peyton Manning learned. Peyton Manning learned from a quarterback that was older than he was, and that was a veteran, just like Delhomme is. Delhomme is a veteran. I would have Seneca Wallace being the Wildcat. He can be a receiver for Joshua Cribbs. Put Seneca Wallace in the Wildcat role as a wide receiver, and then have Jake Delhomme do like 11 games, and maybe the last 5 games have Colt McCoy be the starting quarterback the last 5 games. That way it'll give him some experience. The Browns made a good move by getting Holmgren. He worked with a lot of, quarterbacks like Brett Favre, a lot of quarterbacks. And look where they are now. I mean, they're Hall of Fame. They're going to be Hall of Famers. So, yeah. Let me tell you a story about the time that I played backyard football, and I trucked over Jacob Nelson. Everybody was there, almost everybody. Tony, Nick, they were all there. Yeah, he got in my way, so I just trucked him over. I did a shoulder charge. I charged him, and he hit the ground pretty hard. In my old baseball playing days, I once made a throw from right field to home, and I was considered the 7th inning hero because that left the game tied. And I also hit a bases clearing double in Kingsville there. It hit the top of the fence and then came back in play. If it went over the fence, I would have had a grand slam. So that tells you right there I was a pretty good ball player. Oh, and I have a trivia question for all of you. If you guys can get this, you guys get $5 from me. $5 especially from me. This does not pertain to Nick or anybody else I have told. Okay? Because you guys know this one already. Who is the only player, I want to know the year, the team he played for, and the player. Who is the only player in Major League pitcher in Major League history to ever throw a no-hit perfect game in a World Series. It came in Game 5. I want to know the year, the team he played for, and the person who did it. Okay, thank you for watching Josh Brooks' Sports Talk.